An emotional and productive conversation today as community leaders got the chance to talk privately with Salt Lake City's police chief. News specialist Lad Egan is at the Public Safety Building. Lad, what was the purpose of their meeting?
Well, Dini, police called this a policy review and a listening session with the police chief. They discussed procedures, even arrest techniques. And this meeting, held behind closed doors, comes just days after Salt Lake City had those violent protests and even the Public Safety Building here still being repaired from that. Police say they have nothing to hide and want to be transparent about how police are trained. This is how Representative Sandra Hollins described the meeting.
The police and the city listening to our stories and our experiences in the community. And for me, it was being able to get information so that as I am interacting with those individuals in our community who are frustrated and angry, that I can have that productive conversation with them.
Just a small group of about a dozen community representatives attended the meeting, some here at police headquarters, some through video conference. It was a closed-door meeting, but I was allowed to attend some of it. And I wanted to let you listen to how Chief Brown spoke to these leaders and their response to his approach.
I just want to tell each of you in this room that I love you, that I appreciate the influence you've had in my life personally.
The openness, my goodness, how open and transparent it was. And that's why we need to be a model for the rest of the nation. It's unbelievable. This is the fourth state I lived in. I've never seen anything like this. I have never seen anything like this, and it is amazing.
At the end of the meeting, Chief Brown gave his cell phone number to those in attendance, telling them to call him to talk about any issues with his police force. He said that each complaint will be looked into. One of the topics brought up today was the use of force. Those in the meeting asked about that technique used in Minneapolis when a police officer pressed his neck against George Floyd for several minutes. The police department telling those community leaders today that that is not allowed here in Salt Lake City. So, Dini, they came, they learned a lot, and the purpose is for them to now go back to the community, to the people they have influence over, and share more about how the police department works.
It's encouraging to see these kinds of dialogues taking place in light of all the other things taking place, too. Thank you, Lad.